discussion. I invite the moderator of today's discussion, Ms. Sepali Bamusingha, on stage. Over to you, ma'am.
This is the time most awaited. We are about to commence the HR Dialogue 2013 with the participation of prominent academics and professionals. The objective of this dialogue is to share the conceptual and operational knowledge among the academics and professionals in the field of human resource management towards a better work life at the workplace. You're provided with papers to write your questions and pass it on to be taken up at the panel discussion to be conducted after the presentations. The HR Dialogue 2013 will be opened by Senior Professor H.H.D.M.P. Opather. Professor Opather completed his BSc Business Administration Special Degree from the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, MSc Business Administration HRM from the University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, MBA from the University of Birmingham, United Kingdom, Diploma in Personnel Management and Industrial Relations, Cambridge International College, United Kingdom, PhD in HRM, University Utara, Malaysia, Doctor of HRM from the Irish International University. Professor Opather is an honorary member of the Institute of Personnel Management. He won the Lifetime Gold Medal for the Most Outstanding HR Personality 2010 and was awarded the Pride of HR Profession Global Award by the World HRD Congress 2010. Same year, Professor Opather was awarded with the title of Certified Doctor of Business Administration by the Oxford Association of Management, Oxford, England 2010. I will be failing in my duty if I do not mention this to you, ladies and gentlemen. He is the author of the first single medium book on HRM and the author of the first English medium Sri Lankan textbook in Sri Lanka. He is a renowned researcher, a book writer, and a consultant to numerous organizations. Professor H.H.D.M.P. Opather, I now invite you on stage. The topic of the presentation, Green Human Resource Management, a simplified introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Opather.
Keynote speaker, Professor Robert Alan Robertson, Professor Hemantha, Head of the Department of Business and Human Resource Management, then distinguished invitees, professionals, and dear students. Today we want to say, okay, sorry, I have only 20 minutes. The green HR. Everybody is aware about green. That is a color. Here we have green. You can see the color. So it is the color between yellow and blue. Yes. But anyhow, I was asked by our head, Professor Hemantha, to talk about green human resource management. In fact, this is a novel concept to many people in Sri Lanka. Even it was novel to me until, yes, 2011. Since 2011, I started talking about green human resource management, and even I started supervising doctoral students on green human resource management. This is indeed a new thing perhaps some people have heard about, but they are not clear about what really the green human resource management means. Several definitions, if you go to Oxford Thesaurus, even the University of Birmingham dictionary and some other dictionaries, you can find different definitions about the term green. That is used as a noun, also that is used as an adjective. So then you have my paper, so then you can see because of time problem, so I will not talk about these things. So then based on all these things, what I have understood regarding the meaning of green or greeny. So there are two things, green or greening, the same meaning, same meaning. So these are basically the questions which have been addressed in my paper. Right. Green in simple means environmental friendly. Environmentally friendly to some others. So they basically become a friend to the environment. You become a friend to the environment. So in the context of human resource management, at least I perceive that there are four meanings to the term green or green. The first meaning, preservation of the natural environment. Preservation. Preservation means, to our understanding, we do not touch the nature. Nature has various things, you know. Nature involves many things which are not created or which have not been created by human beings. The things which have been created by a human being usually do not come under the term nature. So nature has many things like land and all these things. All are aware about these things. In order to save our time, I am not going to talk about these things. So the preservation of the environment. So we do not touch the environment. We leave it as it is. We leave it as it is. We leave it in its original form. We are not going to use. If there is a land, that means we are not going to use. We are not going to use that land. That's the meaning of preservation. The second meaning, conservation. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have to use the nature. The various parts of the nature will have to be used by us because we have various needs, various wants and all these things. To fulfill these things, we do need a variety of goods and services. So in order to produce goods and services, we have to use the nature. We have to use the land. We have to use the trees. We have to use even animals to feed our hunger. So in various, for various purposes, we have to use the environment. Then if we use the environment, we have to use it in the way that will save it. That will save it. So therefore, the conservation of the natural environment means that we have to use various parts of the nature in the way that will save it for our future generation. We have children, children will have children, they will have children, likewise it goes. We are talking about sustainability. We are talking about sustainable earth, sustainability development, or sustainability development. So we want to survive. So therefore, we have to use, but we have to save it for future. Third meaning. That is normally everybody asks, the avoidance of environmental pollution. Avoidance of environmental pollution. So we pollute the environment, by adding various things, substance and all these things. So therefore, we have to minimize, if possible, avoid environmental pollution. Then the fourth meaning, that is about generation of gardens and looking like natural places. Looking like natural places. So here the purposefully we create. The nature doesn't involve things which are created by humans, which have been created by humans, but here I added one meaning, so we have to create even the nature. Some Middle East countries, they are doing that fantastically and unbelievable. They create gardens, they create parks and various things. They are purposefully developed human touched things which really add to the nature. That is the fourth meaning of the term green or green. Why is green? What are the reasons for greening? What are the reasons for greening? So rapid destruction of natural resources. Therefore, we talk about global warming. We talk about tsunami, acid rains. We have white rain, no? Okay, we have yellow rains, and then we have so various types of rains and various disasters. So therefore, the humans are suffering from various disasters. Even suddenly, we will have to die. Perhaps, unexpectedly, we have to inhale, various poisonous things, and then we will have to die. Nobody will be able to save. Nobody will be able to save in those situations. So therefore, because of these things, the greening has become needed. Green has become needed. So I will save my time. Also, everybody is aware about the term CSR, corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility. Any organization uses resources. Therefore, any organization is obligated to serve this environment. So there are many reasons for corporate social responsibility. As employer branding and various things, by being socially responsible, an organization can even earn profits for a long time. Sustainable profits. Sustainable profits. Well, what is green HRM? I refer to several papers. Of course, my student, Mr. Anurraga, he has read more than 150 papers. But directly, nearly 42 papers directly relevant to green human resource management. But anyway, I didn't read all this. But anyhow, so I read some papers. And then I was not really clear about the meaning of green HRM. So according to what I read, green human resource management is human resource management which is environmentally friendly. Environmentally friendly. So then based on that, based on our understanding also, so this is my definition. Green HRM refers to all the activities involving development, implementation, and ongoing maintenance of a system that is green, HRM system that is green. So that system, will make all the employees green, while making the entire organization finally green. So it is the side of HRM, of course it's a branch of HRM. It's a branch of HRM which is concerned of transforming normal employees into green employees. This is another definition because the system has various things, policies, procedures, practices and all these things. So then if we have practices, policies, all these things which make employees green, ultimately the organization green, those things can be referred to as green human resource management. Why is green HRM important? So already I have discussed. I have reiterated. So these are the reasons. So I am reiterating in another form. Sorry, if you, I think you got the paper. So, right. Basically, we want to make every employee green. Every employee green. So I perceive every employee has 4 roles to play. If every employee wants to be a green employee, every employee has to play 4 roles. Okay, this figure shows about the 4 meanings of green. These are the 4 roles which need to be played by every employee if he or she wants to be green. Preservationist, conservationist, non-polluter, and maker. Here the maker is making artificial things to add the natural environment. So then I have used a term, the generic term, to cover all the 4 roles, that is nature lover. I have mentioned in the paper an alternative term, that is eco-activist. I have not used the term environmentalist, because environmentalist is a serious person who does studies and all these things, even by thinking of ecology. That is about having balance between various things, especially various things and the nature. So I didn't use purposefully the term environmentalist. We don't want every employee to become an environmentalist. Also, it is not possible. A kind of science, becoming a scientist, belonging to the nature, belonging to the greening. But usually an employee can become a nature lover. An employee can become an eco-activist. If the employee can do a significant individual contribution under each of the 4 roles. Right. Then please look at this one. So what is green HRA, and then why it is important, and every employee needs to be a green, and then in order to be a green employee, every employee has to play 4 roles. Now the next question is, from the point of HRA, or from the person who is responsible for making employees green, what are the human resource requirements that we have to create winning employees to become green, especially to play those 4 roles identified. So here there are 4 human resource requirements. One is green competencies. So that is about knowledge and skills about greening. Knowledge and skills about greening. Then green attitude. Here the attitude is very important, equally important to the knowledge and skills. What do you mean by attitude? Basically everybody knows. You know the basic 3 components. The affective part, before affective cognitive part, that is believing, and then affective part, that is feeling, and then behavioral part, that is intention to behave. Intention to behave. So therefore we have to believe in green. We have to believe in greening. Even in my paper has given an illustration of kind of ideal attitude that we have to have. We have to have. Of course we have to believe in greening, and then we have to feel greening positively, and we have an intention to behave towards greening positively. Then hopefully, theoretically, ideology, we will have the right attitude to become a green person. To become a green person. Of course, this is kind of prescription rather than description, prescription. Then we have green behavior. So, what green behavior? So, under green behavior, 3 concepts we can talk about. One is green citizenship behavior, organizational citizenship behavior. Most of you have heard about organizational citizenship behavior. This is about green organizational citizenship behavior. That means an employee does voluntary things. Voluntary things under citizenship behavior. They are official things. They are official requirements. Even in my paper I have mentioned some activities that we can do voluntarily. Simply okay. We have here one light. So this is about greening. Assume rather than using say 10 lights, assume they are available. If we can do the work by using only 2 lights, that is citizenship BA, green citizenship BA. If I use both pages of one sheet, that is citizenship BA. Assume I have this bottle, then I will take it to my cup and then I will use it perhaps for a period of maybe 6 months. That is citizenship behavior, green citizenship behavior. Right. Like, there are simple activities that, one can do voluntarily. Then the other one is green interpersonal citizenship behavior. Green interpersonal. Basically, activities like, for example, if I can help others to be green, if I can help others to be green, if the CEO can direct people to be green, that is also interpersonal green citizenship behavior. And then the last one, last dimension, the third dimension under the green behavior. So that is official green behavior. They are official, Hopefully every organization has some official things to be done to become greening. Some organizations, which have obtained ISO 14001, they have official duties under greening regarding waste management, lead management, or various things. So therefore, every employee is supposed to perform all these requirements in the expected way. Those things come under green official behavior. So therefore, 2 dimensions about the green official behavior. Under those 2 dimensions, all the voluntary things come. So that means much of the thing to become a green person, we have to do voluntarily. And the last one, the green resource. So if we have the knowledge and skills about greening, and if we have the right attitude about greening, then we can exhibit green behavior. And ultimately, we will be able to achieve green resource. So basically, green innovation and then green outcomes. Then finally, I have mentioned to go to my paper. So then the exhibit 2, that gives some ways that we can use to make HR functions green. So we have HR functions, so therefore there is a need of making HR functions also green. For example, if we have training or performance evaluation, then we can use performance evaluation criteria relevant to green. Then we can evaluate employees' performance about green performance evaluation criteria. Then we can reward employees to the extent the employees have achieved, green targets. Green targets. So likewise, there is a need of making each HR function also green. Finally, there are 2 exhibits, so which will give really 2 summaries of some important research findings done relevant to green HR, but not in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka we can't find any research, but anyway, hopefully in future we can. So therefore, green HR is a field which has a great potential for our own survival, for the individual benefit, for the organizational benefit, for the environment benefit, for the entire nation benefit. Everybody needs to be a green person. Everybody needs to be a green person. Even you all have private life, also you all have work life. So then, as far as private life domain is concerned, you are a consumer. As far as official life domain is concerned, you are an employee. So as an employee, you have responsibilities to be green. As a consumer, you have responsibilities to be green. So therefore, this is about my very simplified introduction to green human resource management. So, thank you very much.